Cancer, Leo, Cuspers, July is your season, your reset, and your reminder that you were never meant to shrink to fit spaces you've already outgrown. This month is asking one question. Are you ready to become the version of yourself you've been dreaming about? Hello, my beautiful Cancer, Leo, Cusper souls. Welcome back to the Mystical Soul Tribe. This is your July 2026 monthly energy reading, astrology, and tarot forecast. Welcome in, my beautiful Cancer, Leo, Cusper souls. Thank you for those that hit the like button, that like, comment, thank you so much. Those of you that are my Cancer Leos, my Cancer Leo family, born between the 19th and the 25th. This month feels deeply personal. It feels like a bridge between who you've been and who you're becoming. There's a strong theme of stepping into confidence, healing old wounds around self-worth, learning that peace doesn't always come from having all the answers. It often comes from finally trusting yourself. July carries a lot of movement astrologically. We begin the month with Jupiter in Leo, activating your natural confidence, creativity, leadership, qualities, and desire to shine. Yet, almost immediately, Jupiter forms aspects with Chiron, asking you to heal the places where you've maybe doubted your own value. Many of you have been questioning whether you're truly ready for the next chapter, and Spirit saying, you are. But July isn't about perfection. It's about permission. Permission to take up space, permission to receive, and permission to stop apologizing for wanting more. Mercury remains retrograde in Cancer much of the month, before moving direct around the 23rd, which means communication, family matters, emotional conversations, unfinished situations may surface. For some of my Cancer Leo Cuspers, maybe you could hear from someone from the past. Others of you may finally gain clarity about a decision you've been postponing. And by the second half of July, things will just begin to start moving again. We have the new moon on the 14th in Cancer, which feels really incredibly important for you. This is going to be a fresh emotional beginning, a chance to create new intentions around home, security, relationships, healing, and emotional fulfillment. And then around the 22nd, we do have the sun entering Leo. So it's your birthday season. Happy birthday to all the Cancer Leo Cuspers right in advance, right? This is your annual energetic rebirth. Your confidence starts returning. Your spark comes back online. Your desire to create love and fully participate in life, it just grows stronger. And around the 29th, we're going to experience a very powerful Sun-Jupiter conjunction in Leo alongside the full moon in Aquarius. This is going to feel like a culmination point, a realization, a breakthrough, a moment where you understand that you've outgrown old fears, old limitations, and perhaps even old versions of yourself. Even in love, this month feels reflective but very hopeful. Mercury retrograde may bring up old emotions, unfinished conversations, or maybe even memories back to the surface. For some, this is going to be closure. For others, will be understanding. And then for some of you also, this could be a reconnection. Also with Venus that enters a Virgo on the 9th, right? It's encouraging healthier standards, better communication, and just choosing relationships that feel safe rather than chaotic. If you are partnered and are with someone, you could be asking, or July is basically asking, are you growing together? Or you could be asking, are we growing together? If you are single, some of you might be asking like, do you finally believe you're worthy of the kind of love you've been praying for? And even if we're looking at money and a career, July feels like a rebuilding month financially. Mars moving through Gemini creates movement, ideas, networking opportunities, and new direction. However, with Mercury retrograde, it reminds you not to rush. Just review before committing, research before investing, revise before launching. Many of you may begin planning something bigger, maybe late summer or autumn, depending on where you are. And Spirit's showing me some expansion energy here for you. Not immediate rewards, but foundations that are being built, seeds that are being planted, the kind of decisions that pays off months from now. Even if we're looking at family and home, the energy feels very significant this month. I mean, a lot is happening in Cancer, right? Mercury retrograde in Cancer often highlights family healing. Conversations that maybe have been avoided may finally happen, or boundaries may be established. Perhaps relationships with parents, children, siblings, that kind of things could shift. Some of you, there may be discussions around moving, renovations, living arrangements, or maybe even creating space that finally feels aligned with who you're becoming. Healing as well. Healing is a big theme for the month of July. Neptune turns retrograde around the 7th. And Saturn also turns retrograde near the end of the month. These energies encourage reflection. They're asking, what are you still carrying because it feels familiar? What old identity are you finally ready to release? July reminds you that healing doesn't mean becoming someone else. It just means remembering who you were before fear, that kind of energy, convinced you otherwise. All right, beautiful souls, let's dive into your tarot spread and see what energies are really coming through. Again, thank you for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. Those of you that do leave comments, that donate to the channel, book personal readings, subscribe, I really, really, truly appreciate it. Your current self is the Queen of Wands, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. It's the fire energy that's coming out. You currently standing where you're currently standing emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. This is where you're standing in the Queen of Wands energy, that you're actually stepping into the month carrying this energy, right? You beginning to remember your own power, your confidence is returning, passion is returning, ambition is returning. Even if you've maybe felt uncertain about something lately, this card is basically saying that Spirit is waking up. Your Spirit is waking up. People are noticing your energy. You are really magnetic right now. And the challenge is going to probably be about believing in yourself as much as others believe in you. The color red could be significant. Animals could be significant as well. The color yellow. All right, let's dive in further. The theme of the month, the Five of Wands. All right, now, if July was a headline for my Cancer Leos, it would be growth through challenge. This isn't necessary conflict. It more feels like that inner tension, the part of you that wants comfort, the part of you that wants expansion, the part of you that wants safety, a part of you knows you're meant for more. And hey, Mars aspects earlier in this month as well amplifies this energy, where Spirit is saying, don't fear any temporary discomforts, because that any discomforts that you may be feeling, it means that you are evolving. All right, so let's have a look at the key. The key for the month, the key goal to pursue, we have the Two of Wheels. The Two of Wheels in your key goal pursue feels like this is where your efforts are finally likely to create the greatest progress. This card often speaks about balance, healthy priorities, creating stability, managing your resources wisely. Many of you, this feels connected to finances, career decisions, time management, emotional energy. Even like we know we're having that Cancer new moon, it really does also support the energy of recreating new routines. Venus entering Virgo on the 9th, also encouraging the practical improvements. What Spirit is saying, July is asking you to become intentional, not busy, but intentional. Some of you are learning how to balance giving to others while finally giving to yourselves. Then some of you are learning on how to balance perhaps security with freedom. The goal isn't about perfectionism, right? The goal is about the sustainability. How can you build a life that feels good to live every day? That's a question. Can you build a life that feels good every day to live? All right. And your obstacle here is the Three of Swords here. It isn't necessarily a roadblock. It's more of a growth point. This card coming out, it feels deeply connected to the healing, the old disappointments, past betrayals, unspoken grief, the lingering heartbreak, perhaps expectations that didn't unfold the way you hoped. Now, we are going to be having that Neptune retrograde also in the beginning on the month with around the 7th, and we still will have Mercury retrograde encouraging reflection. Neptune retrograde, Mercury retrograde, yeah, old emotions that may just rise to the surface, not because you're moving backwards, but because your soul's ready to release something that still hurts. It's still maybe perhaps still subconscious. No, I said self-conscious. Maybe someone feels self-conscious. Maybe some of you might also see patterns in love. Some of you may finally acknowledge burnout that you've been ignoring for too long. But Spirit is saying, healing isn't weakness, right? And it's true. Healing isn't weakness. Healing is courage. So this month is maybe like you being invited to stop carrying pain that just no longer belongs into your future. So let's have a look at the accomplishments for the month ahead in July. The world, beautiful. Spirit is saying here that you are capable of accomplishing. You are capable of accomplishing if you stay aligned. Completion, right? This card is about completion. It is about success, a graduation, achievement. I'm getting that graduation energy here. A chapter that is ending, there's some sort of chapter that's ending in a way that it's going to bring peace. With Jupiter making those powerful aspects throughout July and the Sun entering Leo on the 22nd, many of you are entering a completely new cycle. Something that you've been maybe working towards for a very long time or for a while may finally come together. This could involve your career growth, financial improvements, relationship milestones, healing breakthroughs, or maybe it's going to be a move across the world, or simply reaching a place where you feel comfortable being yourself. Whatever this is, Spirit is saying that you have grown actually far more than you realize, that there is celebration I'm hearing actually to celebrate your progress. Celebrate even the small progress, right? Because you've earned it. So let's have a look at what to avoid. We have the Hierophant. This card is basically revealing what could be wasted or misdirected. Like Spirit is saying here, avoid becoming trapped by expectations. Avoid staying small simply because others expect you to. Maybe avoid following outdated beliefs simply because they've always existed. Maybe just like there's a question. There's actually two questions coming through to my mind here for July. Does this path align with you? Does this path align with me? Or am I following it because it's familiar? Those two kind of questions are coming for July. That's asking you. Some of you might be redefining traditions, changing routines, exploring new ways of living, or maybe simply deciding that your happiness matters also. I'm hearing here growth requires that evolution, and evolution often asks us to release the old rules. What to embrace? This is beautiful. The Page of Cups, the energy to lean into, and you're just going to watch. I'm hearing watch doors open. Okay, if you lean into this energy and watch how the doors open, curiosity, emotional openness, creativity, playfulness, like allowing yourself to dream again, allowing yourself to imagine possibilities. Beyond things that you've experienced already. Venus moving through Virgo reminds you that love can be practical and it can be nurturing. Jupiter in Leo reminds you that joy is sacred. It's like Spirit's encouraging you to approach life with wonder. Say yes to inspiration. Say yes to the unexpected invitation. Say yes to the moments that it makes your heart, your soul smile. Like the Page of Cups reminds you that miracles often arrive quietly. Where to find support? We got the Two of Swords. I feel called that we should clarify this. Crossroad energy. Two of Swords, crossroad energies. You may feel uncertain about your next steps. And I'm also hearing you don't have to do this alone. Yeah, the Star. Unsure about what direction is right. But with the Star here, it's saying that there is support around you, even if you don't fully see it. It could be friends, mentors, family, soul tribe connections, spiritual practices, healing spaces. Spirit is saying, stop trying to carry every answer by yourself. You are allowed to seek guidance. Perhaps an Aquarius could be quite significant for some of you. You are, or somebody that's got strong Aquarius placements. You are allowed to seek guidance. You are allowed to lean on people who genuinely care. And most importantly, you are allowed to trust that your future still holds beautiful things. Hope is not lost. I'm hearing hope is returning. Double twos could be a significant number, or the 22nd of July could be a significant day for some of you. The 25th, the 23rd. All right, let's have a look here at your advice and encouragement. Here we have the Magician. Number one. Ones could be significant. We are in the year one. Spirit is saying here, okay, what I'm seeing here in my mind's eye, and okay, if Spirit could actually sit beside you and give you one piece of advice, it is remember who you are. Remember what you've already survived. Remember what you've already created. Because a magician here is like you already possess all the tools needed to create your next chapter. You don't need more validation. You don't need permission. You don't need to wait for the perfect timing. You just simply need to believe in your ability to begin. What Spirit is saying, your words carry power. Your thoughts create momentum. Your choices shape your timelines. I'm hearing here is be intentional with what you focus upon, because July is a big manifestation month for you, and what you nurture now may even continue to grow in many months to come. All right, let's have a look at your final guidance message here from the Mystical Forest Oracle, Piece of the Soul. Beautiful. The colors, blues and purples can be significant for some of you as well. Peace is born from surrender, not control. When you release the need to fix everything, your spirit finally finds rest and clarity. Wow. I feel like this is your medicine card for the month of July. Not everything needs to be solved immediately. Not every answer needs to arrive today. Not every person needs to understand your journey. Sometimes peace arrives the moment we stop forcing, the moment we stop trying to hold everything together, the moment we trust that life is unfolding exactly as it should. I'm hearing your spirit team wants you to know that you are supported, you are guided, you are growing, and you are entering a season where your heart can finally breathe again. Beautiful souls, if this message helped you in any sort of way or resonate, perhaps you can affirm in the comments, I choose peace over control. And I'd really love to hear from you. What energy are you embracing during your birthday season? Perhaps you can let us know in the comments, what day is your birthday? Thank you for liking, subscribing, leaving comments. And until next time, trust your intuition, trust your path, and remember, your light was never meant to stay hidden. Love and light, beautiful souls, and I'll check you around. Some of your birthdays could also be the 21st. Yeah, 21st, 22nd, 25th, 23rd. I'm sending you all love and light, and I'll check you around.